Hello, the Deborah Woman. Welcome to another episode of the Deborah Woman podcast. How you all doing? Remember, we are still in season, our month of wisdom. Yes, our month of wisdom, and we'll be talking about the importance of wisdom, the excellence in wisdom, what wisdom can do for you, and all of that. I trust that you have been following and that you've been blessed and that you've begun to work in wisdom and the counsel of the wise. So we're going to be taking another topic on wisdom today. We call this the value of wisdom. The value of wisdom, yes. So we're going to be taking a reading from the book of Ecclesiastes, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 11. We're going to be taking verse 11, then we take verse 19, and then we'll take verse 25. Yes, verse 25. So verse 11 says, wisdom is good with inheritance. Wisdom is good what? With inheritance, and profitable to those who see the sun. So wisdom is a good inheritance. It's something that you would treasure. It's something that you would want to have, because not everyone is wise. And since we know that we've talked about the importance of wisdom in our previous podcast, wisdom makes you stand out. Wisdom makes you the most preferred, right? So it's a good inheritance that you would want to have. Wisdom is an inheritance, and it's something that everyone should desire to have, because it makes you the difference. It makes you stand out. It makes kings reign. It dwells with prince and kings, right? So he said what? And it's profitable to those that see them. Wisdom is profitable to those that see them, to those who it dwells with, who have them. It's very profitable to them. Verse 12 said, for wisdom is a defense as money. Yes, he said, for wisdom is a defense as what? As money. Just the way that wisdom is, money is defense, right? When you have money, you have confidence, you feel you have something. So as wisdom. When you have wisdom, you have something. Imagine you having a solution to $1 billion contract, or a solution to even someone coming to life, or a solution to the next president of a nation. You have the wisdom that is going to make you the next president. You have a wisdom that will make you be the next Dangote, or you have the wisdom that will make you be the next Queen Elizabeth, right? Is that not a defense? There's some things that money cannot buy, right? That wisdom can actually do for you. Remember, in our previous podcast, we talked about how wisdom is better than silver and gold, because you have silver and gold. But what my wisdom can give me will be bigger than that silver and gold. So what verse 12 says that for wisdom is a defense as money. Is a defense, but the excellence of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to those who have it. We are talking about the value of wisdom today. Wisdom, that the excellence of what? Of wisdom is that it gives knowledge to those who have it. So those who have knowledge, who has wisdom, they have knowledge of things. It gives them an edge. It gives them an edge. That's what the scriptures, he said, but the excellence of knowledge is that wisdom gives life. It gives life to those who have it. Wisdom gives life to those who have it. So lack of wisdom can bring forth death, can bring forth destruction. But when you have wisdom, you have life. That's what the word of God says. It said wisdom gives what? Gives life to those who have it. Imagine that you don't know, you don't have a knowledge about something that can kill somebody, and then you take it or you give it to somebody because you don't have knowledge of it. That's death. But when you have knowledge of that, you will know that, no, this is dangerous, this is not meant to be done. Taken, this is not meant to be taken. And then you save a life. So you see that wisdom gives life, but foolishness gives death. Lack of wisdom gives death. Ignorance is not an excuse. Imagine someone who does not know that a particular item can kill somebody, and then the person administers it to somebody, and the person that is being administered to eventually died. And will you go and say to the court you didn't know that it's going to kill somebody? So ignorance is what is not, if ignorance is not acceptable. Ignorance is not an excuse. So remember, get wisdom, and in all of your getting, get understanding as well. Right? So verse 19, let's move to verse 19. Verse 19 says, wisdom strengthens the wise more than 10 rulers of the city. You know, like Daniel in the Bible. You see how he could stand before king. You see how he can interpret what the king himself could not interpret. That's what I picture this verse to be talking about when he says wisdom strengthens the wise more than 10 rulers of a city. You know, when they brought about all those magicians and all those people, they gathered them with all of their magician, with all of their abracadabra and all of that, they could not stand Daniel. They could not stand Daniel. So that's what it means, that wisdom will give you an edge over more than 10 rulers of a city. So why won't you ask for wisdom? Why won't you seek counsel? Why won't you seek what is key? What is the principal thing? Right? He said it will make you stand at more than 10 rulers of a city. Like Daniel. Verse 25 said, I applied my heart to know, to search, and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things, to know the wickedness of folly, even of the foolishness and madness. Know all things. Know all things. He said, I applied my heart. So have you applied your heart? What does it mean to apply your heart? It means that you know that you don't know, but you want to know. You don't just stay because you don't know and remain in that part and say you don't know. He said, I applied my heart to know. Have you applied your heart to know those things that you found difficult, those things that you don't have answers for? Have you applied your heart to know? He said, well, not just knowing, he said to search and to seek out wisdom concerning that matter. That thing you have been trying the same way all the time, you keep repeating it the same way. Have you tried to have wisdom about that thing, on a better way to go about it? He said there is not just knowing, he said it's search as well, to seek wisdom out of the matter. And the reason to things. Have you asked, as a woman, have you asked why that man keep behaving the way he's behaving? Have you asked why that child seems to be withdrawn? Why he's doing things the way that he or she is doing? Have you asked why that friend is behaving? But have you seek wisdom concerning that matter? You're just chasing a dead horse. It is important for you to do that, the reason for things. Seek wisdom for the reason of things. Why is this pattern occurring? Have you seek God counsel? Go, oh Lord, why is this happening at the same time? Why does this happen at this time? Why is this going this way? Why have you seek for wisdom concerning that thing? For it is foolishness not to do so. Here he said that no wickedness to folly, and even of foolishness. It's even wise for you to seek why people act the way that they do, why people do things the way that they do it. It's wise for you to seek it. The value of wisdom. So as we wrap up on this our wisdom series, it has been an amazing journey, but we have to move. We have to move. So we wrap up in this wisdom series today with the value of wisdom. So we've talked about the excellence of wisdom. We've talked about the importance of wisdom. We've talked about what wisdom will do for you. We talk about the profit of wisdom. We've talked about so many things on this wisdom journey. I trust that you've been able to pick one or two that will be a blessing to you. Sit with this word, study this word, seek God counsels, ask questions. Ask questions. My people will say, whoever asks questions will not miss road. Right? You will not miss your way. Right? So sit down with all this wisdom series. Sit down with it, listen to it, and make a move. Remember, it keeps you an edge over others. It makes you stand out more than 10 rulers of a city. Like Daniel. Right? So seek ye wisdom today. Until we meet in our next episode, when we'll be unraveling another series on the Deborah Woman podcast. Bye for now.